Welcome to Evolution of Bodybuilding.net latest feature, the Rocky Balboas of bodybuilding, the legends that never quit. Bodybuilding is a sport where the media and fans in general focus on the winner, rarely focusing on the competitors that year after year fall short of winning. From its beginnings, bodybuilding has always been a controversial sport. Almost on every occasion, the top 5 placings, but on most occasions, the top 2 placings are always debated. If you are a bodybuilding historian, a few names will come to mind of some athletes that were cursed with second place or never quit until they reached their goal. Some legendary bodybuilders placed second year after year at several major competitions, while others continued to fight to reach a goal, such as a pro card. This never quit mentality, or as we call it, the Rocky Balboa mentality, has been witnessed in the past on numerous occasions by a handful of bodybuilders. Obviously, hundreds of bodybuilders placed second one year and managed to win the following year, but a handful of bodybuilders fought for a victory, or even still fell short after 5 to 10 years of trying and never giving up. It must be noted that during the 80s and 90s, yes, it was very difficult to win a pro card, with 1 or 2 bodybuilders earning their pro status every year. Evolution of Bodybuilding.net would like to feature and honor some of the bodybuilders who never quit and can be called the Rocky Balboas of bodybuilding. Bob Cicherillo, the never give up mindset. Bob Cicherillo is a former professional bodybuilder within the Pro League, but the younger generation knows him as the voice of bodybuilding. During his prime, Cicherillo was a very active bodybuilder, competing against the best bodybuilders that have ever graced the competitive stage. Some refer to that generation of bodybuilders as the best in the history of the sport. From 2001 to 2006, Bob competed as a professional bodybuilder with some decent results. Bob won 1 Masters Pro show, but had some decent results in the pro ranks, with his best results being second at the 2002 Night of Champions and Southwest Pro. In 2006, Cicherillo went on to win the 2006 Master Pro World Championships, defeating a deep lineup of 25 competitors. Even though Cicherillo competed at various pro shows, the story of Bob's career is during his amateur days. According to competition records found online, Bob started his competitive career in 1981, but the story starts in 1987 when Bob started his long fight to earn his pro status. From 1987 to 2000, Bob attempted to win his pro card on 14 different occasions. It took approximately 13 years for Cicherillo to finally win his pro card in 2000 by winning the overall title at the USA Championships. Bob was not the most consistent bodybuilder, placing in the top 3 on one occasion, to then falling to the bottom of the standing the following year. But he never quit. How many bodybuilders today would fight for 13 years to win their pro status? Bob might not have had a long professional career, but his ultimate award was that he never quit, won his pro card, and managed to step on the Mr. Olympia stage once in his career. Today's athlete will say the event is corrupted after 2 attempts. Nobody will ever repeat what Cicherillo accomplished through hard work year after year. If Bob had to present that same physique in today's era, he would have had no problem earning his pro status, with so many pro cards being thrown around. It can be said that the reason Bob had such a short pro career was due to the fact he competed as an amateur for the majority of the time. But regardless, Cicherillo has cemented his status as a fighter, regardless of the obstacles he had to overcome. Bob has now moved on, representing the athletes and working as the MC at bodybuilding's biggest events, such as the Mr. Olympia and Arnold Classic. Bob has also relaunched his YouTube channel, bringing the best in bodybuilding news. Chris Cormier, the Arnold Classic Curse. Chris Cormier is one of the best bodybuilders that has graced the bodybuilding stage. Combined with his great physique, he was also one of the best posers. From 1994 to 2007, Chris competed in an era that many believe will never be repeated. Chris rubbed shoulders with the best bodybuilders ever to grace the stage, always proving himself as a legitimate threat to win any major title. During his pro career, Cormier competed an incredible 72 times. These are numbers the modern-day bodybuilders would not achieve, even in their dreams. Chris won 11 pro shows and was a consistent top 5 finisher. What stands out during his illustrious career is his 22nd place finishes. From those 22nd place finishes, what stands out is Cormier's attempt to win the Arnold Classic. It must be noted that Chris was very successful at the Mr. Olympia, placing third in 1999 and 2002. Cormier attempted to win the Arnold Classic from 1994 to 2005, going down in history as the bodybuilder that placed second 6 consecutive times, between 2000 to 2005. Chris is on record saying that the Arnold Classic results did affect his career, and it was a very hard pill to swallow. From the results, it is evident that Cormier went up against the best bodybuilders in the history of the sport. Cormier placed second at the Arnold Classic against 3 bodybuilders that would dominate the sport by winning the Mr. Olympia. Many might argue that Cormier should have won at least one Arnold title. Unfortunately, it would not be. Is the modern-day bodybuilder mentally ready for results similar to Cormier's? The first 2 years of placing second might be brushed off, but after 6 consecutive years, it would destroy some athletes. Cormier should be proud of his never-say-die attitude. He will always be remembered as one of the best bodybuilders in the history of the sport, competing against the best ever. Jay Cutler, the rise to Olympia glory. Jay Cutler needs no introduction. He has accomplished everything with success as a professional bodybuilder. Winning the Mr. Olympia 4 times and the Arnold Classic 3 consecutive times makes him one of the best bodybuilders ever. Thanks to social media, Jay Cutler is still one of the most popular bodybuilders around, continuously producing videos for his fans to enjoy. During his competitive days, Jay Cutler will always be remembered for his battles against 8 ex-Mr. Olympia Ronnie Coleman. Always pushing Coleman to the edge, Cutler was always a legitimate threat to Coleman's title, always being compared to Coleman for the top 2 placings. Cutler did not take long to rise to the top of the Mr. Olympia hierarchy. Competing 32 times as a pro, Cutler won 15 events, including 3 Arnold Classic and 4 Mr. Olympia titles. Jay Cutler is a great example of Rocky Balboa. Cutler is the first bodybuilder in the history of the Mr. Olympia to win the title, lose it, and win it back again the following year. For 5 years, Cutler was feeling the pressure that he could beat Coleman. Only Cutler knows the mental focus that is needed to compete against a competitor such as Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman at his best was a freak who presented a physique that till today has not been matched and most probably will never be. Cutler and Coleman are recognized as the greatest Mr. Olympia rivalries ever. Cutler continued to show improvement every year, finally conquering Ronnie Coleman in 2006. Everything would go wrong for Cutler in 2008 when Dexter Jackson was announced the winner, but Cutler shocked the world in 2009 to win back the title and brush aside the rest of the competition. Dave Palumbo, the popular bodybuilding coach, journalist, and YouTuber, had a very long career as an amateur bodybuilder within the NPC. Competing just after Bob Cicherillo started his bodybuilding career, Palumbo unfortunately also faced the fierce competition that Bob faced in his quest to earn his pro card. Dave competed as an amateur for 10 years, coming close on numerous occasions, but unfortunately would never earn his pro card. Palumbo was one of the biggest and freakiest bodybuilders during that era, but size only would not win shows, with Dave being edged out on several occasions. Dave never gave up, just like numerous other athletes during that era. He kept on fighting year after year for his pro status. If Dave competed in today's era, he most probably would have earned his pro status much easier, but back in the day, being declared a pro was something special, not watered down as it is now. Being a super heavyweight, Dave was a favorite to guest pose at many top events. During his active years, Dave lived like a pro, but unfortunately never won his pro card. Years of injuries took its toll on Dave, and he had to call it quits in 2004, falling short of winning his pro card. Never taking a break, Dave competed every year between 1994 to 2004. It takes incredible desire and motivation to pick yourself up and start from the beginning again, trying to achieve your dream. Shifting his energy into his supplement company and media outlet, Dave has continued to be successful in the world of bodybuilding. Let us know what you think about these features. Evolutionofbodybuilding.net will continue to publish articles about the history of bodybuilding.